What's up, you two? Welcome to
United Colors of Culture.
I'm Alicia, and today, for this podcast for Miss Serafin's class, we are going to be talking about identity, allyship, and the shared struggles between our communities. So, joining me are
Harleen,
Natalie,
Esmeralda,
and we each come from like a unique background. So, like, for example, I'm Mexican and I'm learning about their different backgrounds as well. So it's going to be a very interesting ride. So, let's get to it.
As Harleen, I grew up as a Sikh household where a principle of seva, where we help other people at Gurdwara, and it calls in English self-service. We have created upbringing. This concept have taught me importance of like serving others, like helping basically, and recognizing shared histories of oppressions, and where I learned a struggle about other people, like other community, like Black people, and I realized how deeply intertwined our experience are too.
I'm Natalie, and as a Mexican American, understanding my culture has made me more open-minded to the shared fight for equality with the Black community.
Oh, yes, sir.
Growing up, I often heard my family talking about how working hard and resilience. But as I grew up and I recognized that understanding my own culture wasn't enough, in school, I was more educated in my history classes or my English classes about the injustice each group faced.
Yeah, I feel like I agree with that because I feel like sometimes we're so like close-minded and we're just focused on our own culture. But like there's so many cultures that we have to learn, and like not just about like, of course there's food, which we all love food, right? Yeah. But there's also like language, there's traditions, and there's a bunch of things that like we are not educated enough of. So I think that like learning more about that is something that we need to get to it, bro. Like, but anyways, like I'm a Mexican woman, like I mentioned earlier, and I feel like growing up being like a Mexican woman, it has like shaped me in like many ways. Like my perspective has changed, my point of view. Like, especially when I reflect on like moments of like being an outsider, like even within my own ethnicity. Like, for example, I'm not the best Spanish speaker, like I'm not that fluent, but I still passed my AP Spanish exam with a 5.
Great.
So, but I feel like a lot of people relate to that, like not knowing everything about their own culture. So I think that like knowing, I'm not alone in this. Like a Black person can be like, I'm not alone in this either, and like we could like unite and like we could like work together to overcome this. Like, you know what I'm saying, guys?
Create one community together.
Exactly. But anyways, I'm gonna pass it to Esmeralda.
I think that's very true, and I relate to the feeling of being like a bridge between two worlds. And my identity as a Mexican immigrant has also made me feel incomplete and out of place in a new country where I didn't really know anything about the country. I didn't know the language, the communities, and at home I felt loved and strong with my family, but this duality has fueled my passion for humanization and also understanding how we all struggle against social expectations.
It's very interesting, like, these experiences has shaped my our perspective, like how Sikhism, like at our Gurdwara, I have volunteering for like a medical clinic too, and like, helping other people, and I have seen a lot of people come there like from different like race and like different communities, and from that I learned serving other is a critical building solidarity, and listening Black voices and understanding their experience is microaggression, and it has opened my eyes to see the injustice they face every day. And Natalie?
That's a good point, Harley. Learning about the post-traumatic slave syndrome by Dr. Joy has helped me understand generational trauma affecting the Black community. As a Mexican American, we've had our shared discrimination too, but this strength is in our shared resilience.
Right, like in our shared like resilience. I feel like, yeah, I agree with like both of you guys, because I feel like it's essential to like recognize the power that we can hold like through allyship. Like looking back, I do reflect on a time that I failed to be an ally. Like that was like back then when I had my 15. Like I was like doing invites, I was inviting all my friends, and I had this black friend that I was like indecisive on whether or not to invite her because I didn't want her to feel left out when all of my other friends were like dancing and doing all of these cultural traditions that we Mexicans have, and I didn't want her to feel left out, so I didn't invite her. But I low-key regret that now, and I like realize like, oh shoot, like I wasn't being inclusive, I wasn't being supportive, so I feel like I really messed up on that, right? Like yeah, that was messed up. But anyways, we learn from that. We live, laugh, learn. We don't laugh, we learn. But
you learned your lesson though,
right,
so yeah.
Right. And even though that was like an uncomfortable situation, like we're good now, and like yeah, let's move on.
That really resonates with me as well. The struggle to prove myself to individuals and other people, and how to navigate my identity has made me realize how often we hide our true self from other people,
Or even from ourselves. Like sometimes we hide from ourselves too, huh? Yeah.
Just to fit in,
Exactly.
for people to like us, to think better of ourselves. And like Paulo discussed it, when society tells us who we are, we start to believe it.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And the fight for identity is not just personal, it's a collective fight.
Because like we all have to fight for identity.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I'm gonna point to Esmeralda, like, you know what, as she said, and the fight of extend beyond a race and ethnicity. We need to recognize the struggle of disabled individuals and the systematic barriers they face. As you mentioned, Esmeralda, their fight for visibility and acceptance parallels your own, reminding us that the fight for justice is interconnected.
So like it's not just individual. Like we all gotta do something about it.
Yes.
We
But
all
yeah.
gotta get together and then do something.
Yes, sir.
Exactly. Art, music, and protest have been our tools for resistance. From the Chicano movement to the Civil Rights Movement, we've seen how communities of color have come together to advocate for equality. Education plays a huge role in this too, as seen in cases like Menendez versus Westminster.
You know, I saw that case. Like, I didn't pay attention to it, but I should have paid attention to it. But I remember my dad talking about it, and he was trying to teach me about it, and I was like, I don't want to do this right now. But, like, looking back, I should have paid more attention. Oh, my gosh. But, like, education does play a role, because it all starts in the school. Like, the school is our foundation of what we know. Like, where do we learn, guys?
In school.
In school.
In school.
So, like, if the school doesn't teach us anything, like, what are we supposed to do? Like, if it doesn't teach us, like, other cultures, if it's not diverse, like, okay, for example, Richmond High. Like, Richmond High, it's mostly, like, Hispanic people, right? Yeah. But there's also, like, black people, there's Asian people, there's Indian people. Like, there's so many different types of cultures. And, like, do we know about other cultures?
Not
Not
really.
really, right? Like, that's, like, really messed up. We actually have to do something about that.
I feel like we should start going to like other people's like businesses so we can like actually see what's going on, like learn about their history and all and stuff. I feel like that would be more helpful, so we can talk about, like, we can stand up for them. Like if something happens, like we can actually go and stand and then talk about it. So they can't say anything to us, like they can be like, oh, you don't know this, but actually that time, if we know about like other communities, like cultures, we can actually talk about them. So I feel like we should start going to like other communities, like basically, and learn things about them.
Right, we should like start like a club to do that, like
Yeah.
a diversity club, like learning about other like
Different
cultural
cultures.
clubs.
Yeah.
We should actually do that for our senior year, bro.
Like, you know, we have like a API club. It's like an Asian
Right.
club. You know, we should start going there and then learn things like, oh, what they have in there.
Yeah, like
Their
we could like
culture.
Yeah,
we
and-
could like take turns. Like one day we could go to that club, and
Yeah.
then another day we could go to like the Black Student Union Club, and then I don't know if there's other clubs, but we gotta find out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Anyways, So basically, it all circles back to having empathy and taking action. So like, if we don't take action, what are we doing with our lives, guys? What? Nothing. We're just sitting there eating. Like, we're not doing anything. Like, we have to stand together. Like, we have to use our voices, guys. We have to have a say in our community. Because who's gonna make change? No one. Like, it has to be us, right? Yeah. So, anyways, when we unite, we're stronger together. So, isn't that right, Esmeralda?
Yep, but as we wrap this podcast up, let's remember that identities are not just labels to us, they're bridges that connect us to the struggle of other people also. Each of us have a role to play in promoting understanding and justice for not only us, but for other people as well.
Oh, I love that. What's your role, Esmeralda?
But as you can know, guys, like, you know, together, let's commit a listening, learning, and standing up for one another. So we should start doing that, like stand up for other people, like, you know.
Yes.
Our shared history and struggle can inspire hope and change. So basically, like, we should go and share our experience, like, you know, like how, like, I'm from a sick, you know.
Yeah.
So we should go and then share our experience, like Alicia and Esmeralda
yes.
and Natalie, like, you know, you guys are from Mexican,
Right.
Like, you know, you should share your experience and I share my experience, so we get to know each other experience,
Yeah, we can
and
learn and build from each other.
Yeah, basically, so we can like stand for like everyone, like, you know, basically.
Right, and I think that it doesn't have to be like something big. It could just be like giving someone a compliment or like giving them like words of encouragement. Like, I feel like small details like those could really make a difference. Right. But yeah,
like even in school, like we should make like friends, like, you know,
right, of different
friends,
cultures,
yeah,
of diversity. Oh my gosh, that would be, bro.
so we can learn more things about them.
Exactly. Yeah.
What do you say, Natalie? Like,
Yeah. What do you think, Natalie?
Thank you for joining us on United Colors of Culture. And keep fighting for justice, stay aware, and remember, we're all in this together.
Yay! Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you.